Spark the brain. 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 We here. Spark the brain. Spark the brain. Spark the brain. It's the third round, RPB. I don't know if they ready for this one, man. You gotta switch it up on them a little bit. You know what I'm talking about? Have a seat at the master's table. We ain't asked for no seat. We went and built up our own. You see, it's rather stable. You got 2 eyes, 2 ears, you know the rest. Look, listen, and observe, but also respect. In God we trust. It's obvious. The money ain't the root of all evil, but lack thereof. That's why they deprive you of resources. Why they focus on streams of income, at least 3 sources. We certified, we solidified. And they say they created hip-hop, but all that shit is lies. Cause every element came before the development of what we callin' hip-hop now. It's all relevant to all the topics we gon' touch on. Spoiler alert, as we play this album, ain't no club songs. Boy, that hurt, but this ain't no conscious album. It's just that real shit, that Black God mantra album. I hope y'all feel this. Spark the brain, 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 spark the brain. Spark the brain, spark the brain, spark the brain. Spark the brain, spark the brain, spark the brain. Spark the brain, spark the brain, spark the brain. Spark the brain, spark the brain, spark the brain. Spark the brain, spark the brain, spark the brain. My mind is off the brain, spark the brain.
The masters, the masters, the masters, the masters.
It's the Ticket Plug. We've been running an online ticket business for over a decade, and now we've created an easy way for you to do the same thing through our private ticket resale community. Joining our community will give you a way to flip your bread and generate profit income consistently. We provide you with all the tools, training, and resources needed to start your life-changing online ticket business. 0 experience needed. To join our ticket resale community, go to thetickettrap.com. Again, go to thetickettrap.com. That's thetickettrap.com.
And those Africans have to be organized to fight for their liberation.
GW Apparel, a clothing that speaks. Something for the kings, something for the queens. Visit uptsites.com and use promo code SLDG22 and receive 11% off your order. Peace.
Yeah, like that. Let's see what's in the God's mind. Listen.
Peace, family. What's good? Peace to the family. Welcome to another episode of Sincere Love, the Godcast. I am the God Sincere Love, here on another solo mission. Shout out to my co-host, the lovely, nicey girl. She is not in a digital building with me today, as y'all can see. She's handling some other Godcast business, man. We ran into a little snag with our illustrator trying to get this book completed, and so there was just a little snag and the communication, this little miscommunication going on between us and our illustrator. We right at the very end of getting that book completed, by the way, but she's taking care of that business right now. She's on a call with our illustrator, trying to get things in order, trying to get things straight so we can roll out this next book for y'all. So shout out to my lovely co-host, Nicey Girl. She might be pulling up. I don't know how long that call is going to take, but she might be pulling up sometime during this broadcast. But in the meantime, y'all could definitely go to godcastbooks.com. That's godcastbooks.com, and y'all can order volume 1 of 7 The Super Hey Rule. That's 7's Big Move. Available right now at godcastbooks.com. That is the first volume of our children's book. Go get it for your nieces, your nephews, your sons, your daughters, your grandbabies, god babies, all of the little ones that you have in your life. They definitely need some of that clean FBA, fun, engaging content, not mixed with any weird agendas or anything like that. Very cool storybook for the kids, man. You guys need to go check that out. Us again, that's godcastbooks.com. 7 The Super Hey Rule, Volume 1. 7's Big Move. And so, like I said, she's on a call right now with our illustrator trying to get things straight for Volume 2. So we are very close to completing the next volume of the book and getting that to the family very soon. We'll keep y'all posted on that. But as y'all coming up in here, definitely need y'all to hit that like button for me. When you hit the like button, it really helps out the broadcast. It helps to boost the broadcast into the YouTube algorithm. And it also helps to make sure that people who are subscribed to our channel definitely get the notification whenever we go live with new episodes of Sincere Love the Godcast. So definitely need you to hit that like button for us, and also share this out on your social media platforms and let everybody know that we are live right now. When you click the share button and copy the link, even if you don't send it to anyone, even if you don't post it on Twitter or Facebook or anything like that, or send it to anybody in your contacts, as long as you copy the link, it still sends the same message to the YouTube system that people are interested in the content, that people are engaging with the content. So just simply copy the link, even if you don't plan on sharing it with anyone. That really helps us out, and we definitely appreciate that as well. I'm over here lighting my candle. Trying to set the mood for y'all this evening. And also, if you're not subscribed to us on YouTube, you might be watching us from Facebook right now. If you're not subscribed to us on YouTube, make sure you go to YouTube, go to Godcast Enterprises, click the subscribe button as well as the notification bell. We're also broadcasting simultaneously on Sincere Love the God. That's my personal YouTube channel. You can subscribe to us over there as well. Definitely appreciate that. But shout out to the family coming up in the building, man. I see y'all. Shout out to Virgo Venom, Black Power family. Appreciate you. Peace to my brother Ish. Mr. Ish is in the building. Tell her I miss her. Yeah, everybody give a shout out to Nicey Girl. Good afternoon. What up, Shane? Peace. My brother Black Voltron in the building. B1 to the family. Project Leroy. Peace. Appreciate everybody tapping in, man. Again, like, share, subscribe, all of that good stuff. My brother Peter Ogun is in the building. There go Nicey Girl right there. Y'all say what's up to Nicey Girl. Nicey Girl is in the chat. Nicey Girl has entered the chat. Shout out to my lovely co-host, Nicey Girl, in the digital building. So again, like, share, subscribe. It's so much to talk about today. I don't even know where to start. Man. Things are moving so rapidly. I had the broadcast set up earlier. I had a whole different title. I had a whole different thumbnail when I set up the broadcast earlier this morning. We were planning on, just having a general conversation and kind of get a feel for the family to see what the predictions were going to be of whether or not people were thinking Joe Biden was going to end up dropping out the race. And there has been a lot of buzz about Hillary Clinton possibly replacing him as the Democratic nominee. So the original thumbnail and title was dealing with that specifically. But before I knew it, the announcement was made. And for those of y'all who haven't heard already, Joe Biden has officially announced that he has dropped out of the race, and he's given his endorsement to his vice president, Kamala Harris. So the news is coming in so fast, so rapidly. There's probably more breaking news even now since I've been live. Who knows what the hell is going to happen between now and November? But we're here to chop it up. We're here to talk about it this afternoon. How y'all feeling, man? What y'all think about the most recent events? Biden dropping out, as we all kind of were anticipating, right? We've been talking about that for the last couple of weeks, of whether Biden was going to be dropping out or whatever, and who might be replacing them. People were talking about Gavin Newsom. And like I said, recently there's been a lot of buzz about Hillary Clinton coming out of the woodworks. They were talking about bringing Hillary, and she still might, by the way, because Biden has given Kamala Harris his endorsement, but that doesn't automatically make her the nominee. She still has to earn the Democratic nomination going forward, right? So who knows if she's going to end up being a nominee or not, but she did get the endorsement from Biden. And there are a lot of Democratic shills out there who are pushing. Even before that was announced, there's a lot of Democratic shills that were pushing for us to support blue no matter who and all of that stuff. Blacks for Biden and Harris and all of that crazy stuff. that they was out here pushing heavy. But who knows? Hillary still might get brought out the woodwork. They might pull a whole different whammy bammy that nobody even expect. Who knows? But at this point, the Democratic Party is in shambles. Everything that they're doing right now looks very desperate and weak and unorganized, and it's a clusterfuck, to be honest. It's a real clusterfuck. Down goes the Democrats. Bye bye Biden. That's the hashtag, by the way, family. Hashtag bye bye Biden. Good riddance. Hashtag bye bye Biden. Good riddance. What's going on, brother Tony? Brother Tony in the building. I see you. Peace, King. But yeah, man, it's a few things we got to talk about before we get into the main topic today. I mean, everything kind of revolves around the main topic anyway. But before this announcement was made, Biden was out here. They said Biden issues warning to Black Americans and promises change if reelected. Did y'all see that one? That was a couple of days ago. Like I said, the stories are coming in fast. The news is changing by the hour. But a couple of days ago, Biden did some speech, and he was warning Black America about, the fascism if Trump gets elected, and promising change. Very vague. Nothing specific at all, nothing tangible at all, just change. He pulled out the Barack Obama. That was the Barack Obama talking point, right? Wasn't Barack Obama talking about change? Nothing specific, though. Just, I promise things are going to change. And we scratching our head and looking at each other like, does he know that he's in office right now? Doesn't he know that he's in office right now? Don't he know that he could start doing whatever he's talking about doing right now? He talking about, if y'all reelect me, I promise change for the Black community. The Black community is doing so well, and you're going to be doing even better if you guys have my back once again, and all of this shit. And we like, nigga, you in office right now. Let me see something. Show me the money. Show me the money. You ain't got to get reelected. You could do a executive order tomorrow and do something specific and tangible for Black people. How about that? Let me see something. You go first. That's how we all were saying. You go first, nigga. Shit. Talking about what? The Jason months are Jasoning, he said. The Jason months are Jasoning. Yeah, it's all happening, fam. It's all happening. But yeah, that's what Biden was out here saying a couple of days ago. And he was all hyped up at that when he was giving that speech. Looked like he got some rest that day. Like he got some rest. He wasn't Sleepy Joe that day. He was hyped up. But yeah, man. And the only thing that they got for us is Trump bad. Trump bad. That's the only thing that they got for us. Oh, watch out for Trump. We can't let Trump get back in power. It's going to be so bad for y'all if y'all let Trump get back in power. And I'm like, man, Trump was in office a couple of years ago. It wasn't so bad as far as I remember. I'm just saying, I'm not a Trumper. Hate that I have to reiterate that every week. You know what I'm saying? But whenever you say anything that halfway is complimentary toward Trump, people try to put you in that box of being a MAGA or whatever the case may be. I'm not that. I'm not one of these MAGA dudes out here. I'm not no Trump supporter out here. I do not plan on voting for Donald Trump. But I'm just saying, it's hard for me to believe what y'all telling me, because I'm looking at this man, things that he has done policy-wise while he was in office. And I'm like, he ain't really do nothing that was that bad. Even when they used the Project 2025 boogeyman tactic, you know what I'm saying? We start to take a look at Project 2025, and I'm combing through it trying to figure out, damn, what's so bad that I need to worry about? When I look at Project 2025, what it sounds to me is, it sounds like to me that a lot of these other groups are about to get the Negro treatment. That's what it sounds like to me. And so you want us to come and save everybody else from the treatment that we've been getting, and we still going to get regardless of Project 2025 or not? That's what it sounds like to me. Like, y'all calling for us to come save everybody else from being treated exactly like us. No, thank you. I'm not too worried about Project 2025. I'm like, oh, okay. Sound like regular old-fashioned white supremacy to me. Okay, what's new? What's new? What am I supposed to be shaking in my boots about this Project 2025 thing? They ain't doing nothing to us. These other groups, they need to be worried about it. So why y'all not calling on them to support y'all en masse? Because they don't. Whether you're talking about, the Brown Coalition, whether you talk about the LGBT or the white feminist groups and all of that stuff, these people don't support the Democrats en masse. Many of them are Republicans. Many of them are Trump supporters, but they don't get shamed for that. It's only us that are supposed to come and save everybody. But the people who Project 2025 is threatening to not really so much harm, but to be a detriment to whatever lifestyle that they're trying to live. You know what I'm saying? The people that it's going to affect the most, they're not the ones who are shamed and who are told that they need to come out and save the democracy and all of that. It's always us. We got to come out and save democracy. That's not our job, family. That's not our job. And I'm like I said, I'm looking at Trump like, ain't so bad. I ain't worried about Trump getting in there. Ain't so bad for us, foundational Black Americans. We know how to deal with that. We know how to deal with that. And did y'all see that he had came out after the attempted assassination on Trump? And I know there's a lot of people out there that think it was fake or whatever the case may be. A lot of y'all say it was staged or whatever it was that happened. After that, did y'all see he had came out and demanded that Secret Service be basically hired to protect RFK? Because I know RFK is running for president as well. I think he's running as an independent or whatever. And Donald Trump was like, yo, he should get Secret Service too, man. It's dangerous out here. It's a dangerous job out here. Those of us out here who are running for office and all of that, we need protection. You know what I'm saying? So he like, yo, I think because Donald Trump got Secret Service because he's a former president. So once you're a former president, I guess you got Secret Service for life after that. You got Secret Service protection for life. And so he's saying, okay, RFK wasn't a president prior, but he's still in danger too. You know what I'm saying? Because he has some unpopular opinions and some, ideas that people consider to be radical or whatever the case may be. And he's also posing a threat to the Democrats by peeling off some of their support. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people who are usually Democratic supporters are kind of warming up to RFK a little bit too. And so that's a kind of threat to the Democrats as well. And so Trump is like, yo, I think he need protection too. That was kind of honorable, don't you think? That he ain't have to do that. He ain't have to come out and say that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. My brother Black Voltron said, I knew the Democratic Party was completely finished when that Trump assassination attempt occurred and Trump started acting like Tupac after he got shot. Right. It was a wrap after that. It was like, man, you could stick a fork in the Democrats. Black people fall for the fear mongering too damn much. Facts, nicety girl. That's a fact. Tell the Asians to vote blue no matter who. Say that, Cool Keezy. Shout out to my brother Cool Keezy in the building. He said, tell the Asians to vote blue no matter who. Right? B1 family, B1. But yeah, that's how they on it with us. But it was crazy. Today, y'all, I was a little while ago, I just came back from one of my mans had an event. One of my Nigerian clients, cool brother. He got baptized today and he had a little shindig at his crib afterwards. And so I just came from over there. Very interesting. And shout out to my man Ehi. Ehi is a cool brother. And most of the people over there that I met today, cool people. Very cool people. It got interesting because while I was there is when the news broke about Biden dropping out and endorsing Kamala and all of that. And so all the Nigerians started having this big political debate in there. And you know what I'm saying? And so I'm listening very closely to what everybody is saying, trying to pick up on their viewpoints, you know, the non-FBA viewpoint, and see what they're talking about. And of course, you know, my antennas is up for any type of tether talk whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't. To be honest, it wasn't. They kind of sound like a lot of our family members, to be honest. When I was listening to them have they political debate and all of that stuff, and there was some FBAs there too, because my man Ehi, his wife is FBA. You know what I'm saying? And so the food was good. It was like a fusion of some Nigerian food fused in with some FBA food. The food was banging. The food was really good. I had some jollof. I had some other seafood rice that was there and all of that stuff. And the food was good. The food was good. The food selection was good. But the conversation was very interesting. And I'm sitting around listening. And to be honest, a lot of them sound just like a lot of our FBA family members. You know, they scared to death of Trump, but they are very honest about what's going on in the Democratic Party. They are very honest that the Democrats are in trouble, and it ain't looking good for the Democrats, and it's pretty much a shoe-in for Donald Trump at this point. But they don't want to see that happen. They're trying to figure out a way. They trying to muster up some type of mastermind plan. What the Democrats need to do this, and then they need to do that so that they can defeat Trump and all of that. And so that's what I'm sitting there listening to. Yeah, my antennas was up. At first, I wasn't saying nothing for a while. I'm just listening because I want to hear what they're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Most of them I just met today for the first time. I don't know these people like that. You know what I'm saying? But the majority of them that were there were Nigerian. I'm assuming everybody was Nigerian. They were African. But I wasn't saying nothing at first. I'm just listening, and the antennas is up. I'm like, okay, let me see if it's going to be any tether talk. And like I said, it really wasn't. It really wasn't. It was just the same old vote blue, no matter who type of talk. And so after a while, I threw in there. So I'm like, okay, so what's the problem with Trump? You know, why y'all got a problem with Trump? Why is Trump so bad? You know, and of course I had to throw my disclaimer out there. I'm not a Trump supporter. I'm just asking. I just want to get a feel for, you know, why is everybody so against Trump? Y'all admitting, I'm listening to y'all sit here and say that the Democrats ain't shit. But why do y'all prefer them over Trump? I just want to know. And it's the same old thing. Everybody starts well, Project 2025, nigga. Project 2025, nigga, and all of this shit, you know. I'm like, okay, all right. You know, I'm not really worried about Project 2025 too much, like I just broke down to y'all. I kind of explained the same thing, and we going back and forth with them about a couple of issues. They start talking about how Kamala, you know, Kamala don't stand a chance. They were saying Kamala's going to get washed in this race. She don't stand a chance against Donald Trump. A lot of these white people out here, they don't want to see it. And that's another thing that I did recognize and respect from the conversation, that all of them were speaking as Black people. They were speaking from a Black perspective. They were talking about how these things are going to affect them as Black people, and as opposed to being white. Everything was juxtaposed to being white. They were talking about how, you know, white people don't want to see Kamala, even though, you know, they're putting Kamala in the Black category, but they're saying white people ain't going to want to see that Black woman in office and da. And then one brother, Nigerian brother, said, yeah, but she really not going to get no support because a lot of the Black people here don't really see her as Black. I said, so you do know that. Oh, so you're aware of that. Okay. They understand what it is. They understand what it is. They know FBAs ain't rocking with her like that, because when he said it, nobody contested it. Everybody was like, yeah, facts. They always like pretty much, yeah, they was like, that's facts. That's why they need to get Newsom and so. You know what I'm saying? But they understand what it is. I thought that was very interesting, me being kind of a fly on the wall in that conversation for a minute before I decided to hop in. That was very interesting. You know what I'm saying? And so, what else we talking about here today, man? What else we talking? I see a couple of more y'all done hopped in the chat. If you just got here, make sure that you hit the like button for me, family. Share this out on your social media platforms. Let everybody know that we live. We're talking about Biden dropping out the race and endorsing Kamala, trying to see how's everybody feeling about that situation. But also, you know, this past weekend, Tariq's hip hop documentary, Microphone Check, was supposed to be back in theaters. And Joe Conzo, the hip hop photographer, the Latino hip hop photographer, did some grimy stuff and sent a letter to the movie theaters and got the movie stopped the movie from being released in theaters this past weekend like it was supposed to be. He threw a monkey wrench in that whole situation right there over some pictures, from what I understand, that were pictures that he took. Hold on, let me plug in my computer. I had to plug in my computer real quick. But yeah, I guess there was a couple of pictures still in the film that were pictures that he took that kind of got overlooked somehow. And he went and wrote some bogus letter to the theaters. And so now the movie is not going to be playing in theaters. It's supposed to be playing throughout this week. You know, Tariq was trying to go for a possible Oscar nomination with the film. And the Latinos sabotaged that. So there goes your Black Brown coalition right there. Joe Conquistador, right? Shout out to PD that Raymond's in the building. Yeah, that's your black and brown coalition right there, family. That shit been I'm so glad that people are waking up to that. I'm so glad that more and more of us are starting to really understand what it is as far as that. And I did a broadcast a couple of weeks ago. I think it was about 2 weeks ago, breaking down the term Hispanic and Latino and how these were used as political mechanisms and all of that for them to get their political weight up, for them to gain some political clout. They kind of created this pan-ethnic group where they took a bunch of subgroups, meaning the Puerto Ricans, the Mexicans, the Venezuelans, the Cubans, and all of these little groups who are really not one ethnic group. They're not one lineage group the way that we are, foundational Black Americans. We, you know, at least 40 something million deep out here as one lineage, as one ethnic group, where they they took a whole bunch of different lineages and put them all together to create this thing called Hispanic or Latino, and they use those terms interchangeably. So now it looks like they have more numbers than they actually do. And so they move as a unit politically, and they're able to garner attention from the politicians on a federal level, on a state level, whereas they wouldn't really be able to do that if they disaggregated the numbers. So you guys should go check out that broadcast that I did a couple of weeks ago. I forgot the title of that broadcast, but it has something to do with Hispanics. There's something about Hispanics in the title. It's on the channel. Y'all can go check that out. But I really broke down the history on that thing right there. And so I want people to be aware of that scam that they did, because we need to force them to disaggregate those numbers again. We need to force them back into their little groups again, because they use that to justify prioritizing them over us. You know, that's what Biden was talking about on that Zoom call with those civil rights rejects, when he was saying, well, y'all need to learn how to get along with the Hispanics, because, you know, there's more of them than there is of you guys. You know what I'm saying? And so that's how they use that to justify that. But we need to push back on that and say, well, that's not one group. They don't all come from the same lineage. They don't all have the same culture. They don't all have the same history. They don't all have the same grievances. So how are you going to put them all in one category like that? We got to push back against that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's another thing that Dr. Anderson was talking about as well, when he was warning us about the influx of all these Spanish-speaking groups coming in here and becoming the majority minority. You know what I'm saying? When in actuality, we still are the so-called minority group that has the largest numbers in this country. We are still that group, but they're trying to use that fake conglomerate to justify pushing us back to number 3 and number 4. And so we're supposed to wait in the back of the line. And so I want people to check that out and really get in tune with that so we can really start pushing back against that right there. You know what I'm talking about? So let me get up to speed, man, with what's going on out here with this Joe Biden Harris replacement. So she posted a little while ago on her Instagram, on behalf of the American people, I thank Joe Biden for his extraordinary leadership as president of the United States and for his decades of service to our country. I am honored to have the president's endorsement, and my intention is to earn and win this nomination. I will do everything in my power to unite the Democratic Party and to unite our nation, to defeat Donald Trump and his extreme Project 2025 agenda. If you're with me, add a donation to the link in my bio. So she's out here campaigning for donations right now. But that was the thing, though, that a lot of people kind of missed that, because people are assuming that because Joe Biden endorsed her that she's automatically the Democratic nominee, but not really. She still has to earn that spot. She has the president's endorsement, but that doesn't automatically make her the nominee. She's going to have to still earn that spot as the nominee. So who knows, like I said, what's going to happen between now and November. It could end up being anybody, that Democratic ticket. But the shills are they don't know what to do right now. They don't know what to do. They out here, they in shambles, because a couple of weeks ago, they were out here talking about, man, Biden ain't going nowhere and this, that, and the third. And somebody sent me this video right here. This is from Roland Martin's show, and somebody sent this to me. Yvette Carnell is actually the one that posted it, but I want to show it to y'all. So let me share my screen with y'all. Because this is what they was on. Shit, not even a week ago, maybe a week or less than a week ago. This is what the Democratic shields was on, especially Roland Martin's, as he was about to have a heart attack out here, because people were speculating that Joe was going to end up dropping out of the race. And a lot of the Democrats were pushing back against that, like, no, Joe's going to see it through. We're going to support him. He's going to be all right. Y'all cut that nonsense out. That's some Republican talking points and blah, 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 blah. And so this is what they was talking about on Roland Martin. They was having a meltdown on Roland Martin a couple of days ago. And fair use, by the way. Fair use.
As much as I support Kamala being the next president of the United States.
And you know that who that is right there, right? That's Big Bird. What's his name? Yeah, that's Big Bird right there from Cobra. I forgot his actual name, but yeah, that's the dude from Cobra out here talking about, as much as I support Kamala Harris. What'd he say?
States, that 47% might go up because Trump can't mobilize his base anymore.
There's no question.
If there's a black person,
stop. He's not stepping aside. So it's a wasted conversation.
No, but let me just finish, Roland.
No, it's a wasted conversation. He's not stepping aside.
But Roland, wait a minute. I'm just telling you what I'm responding to, the people who are saying that.
No, what I'm saying to the people who are saying that, let me be perfectly clear to the camera. He ain't stepping aside.
We elevate.
Well, he did step aside, Roland. Yeah, he did step aside, Roland. So you was just loud and wrong. You was just being sassy and loud and wrong. He ain't stepping aside. It's a waste of a conversation. What we talking about? We ain't even need to talk about that. Well, breaking news. Biden drops out of the race and endorses Kamala Harris as of today. And that was a couple of days ago. Roland's ass was adamant. He ain't stepping aside. Yes, he is, Roland. Loud and goddamn wrong. Loud and wrong. You know what I'm saying? And so the usual suspected shills are, they're supposed to be the experts. They the smartest people in the room. These talented tough Negroes, they the smartest people in the room, and they know more than us. Now, mind you, us here on the grassroots, we've been saying this. then everything that we've been saying really for years, for the past decade, we see it come to pass. At some point, you see it come to pass. We never change our talking points. Our talking points don't flip-flop all over the place. 1 minute we saying this, and then 1 minute we saying something that totally contradicts that. We've been beating the same drums for years out here in the black grassroots now. And you see that the power is truly coming from the ground up, because everything that we say, all the things that we've been talking about, we see it come to pass. But all of these talented 10th Negroes that's supposed to know so much because they clicked in with the establishment, because they got, they went to all of these HBCUs and they got all these degrees and all of it. They're supposed to be these experts and all of that. And you got niggas like me out here with GED, look like stupid as hell. And so the experts, they always got something to say. Shout out to Slate Stone in the building. Yes. You say my feed is off? My feed should be good. I hope my feed ain't off. Y'all let me know how my sound and everything is doing especially when I'm sharing the screen. I shouldn't be having problems with that anymore, because I have the Ethernet plugged directly into the computer now. Before, we kept glitching up because I was connected via Wi-Fi, and StreamYard been, having the recommendation of plugging directly into the Ethernet, plugging directly into the internet with an Ethernet cord. And I just didn't have a long enough cord to reach from the modem is all the way in my living room. But I recently got a long cord, so now I'm plugged directly into the internet, so I shouldn't be glitching up. Am I good? It said the feed is good. Right. It's like we seem to be psychic. It's either this plot is plain to see, or we all psychic. Either this plot is plain to see, or we all psychic, Cool Keezy, because we be on point. We be on point. But you got people like Gary out here. Y'all remember him? Gary Chambers. Y'all remember him? He was running for office down there in Louisiana a couple of years ago, and his campaign crashed and burned because, again, he refused to speak to Black issues. He refused to talk about things that we're talking about on the grassroots. He want to run for office with the same old tired, benign neglect, vote blue no matter who talking points, and his campaign crashed and burned. So now he's out here. I guess in this video, he called himself scolding the Democratic Party for not listening to him. They should have just listened to him and they wouldn't be in this predicament right now. This is Gary Chambers.
You got what you asked for. Joe Biden is out. Now, Republicans are threatening to sue. That's right. The Speaker of the House from Louisiana.
Uh-oh. Forgot about that part. Yeah, after Joe Biden announced that he was dropping out of the race, some of the Republicans started talking about suing the Democratic Party. They started talking about filing a suit against the DNC. Like this might have been a chess move from the Republicans. This might have been some type of chess move from the Republicans. I don't know. It says Republicans will sue if Democrats replace Joe Biden for president, Mike Johnson says. So this might have been some type of chess move.
Says that if they take Joe Biden off the ticket, they're going to sue. Now, this is what I want you to keep in mind. Trump appointed a Supreme Court that's going to vote in his favor. So now there's so many people that push for this, they're going to try to let this election be decided in the courts, no matter how we vote. But y'all thought you knew what you was doing. Mm-hmm. This is the long game, and you cannot do this stuff from emotions. Now we don't know what's going to happen. Mm-hmm. One day we're going to start listening to the people who do this work and understand that it ain't about how we feel. It ain't about what we like. It's about the policies we trying to move and making sure that we're strategic in every piece of this. The last time in election.
Yeah, so maybe they should have listened to Gary because he's out here doing the work. So maybe they should have listened to Gary. I don't know. Maybe he got a point. Maybe they should have listened to Gary because the Democrats, y'all got to listen to somebody. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's what they always telling us. They the ones doing the work, right? That's what they always telling us. The Gary Chambers and the Roland Martins and the Tamika Mallory's of the world. That's That's one of their favorite things to say. Yeah, we the ones that's doing the work. Y'all out here getting that work. That's what y'all doing. Y'all out here getting that goddamn work. That's what's going on with y'all. But yeah, man. Yeah, man. It's looking like it's going to be a landslide this election for Donald Trump. And I ain't really worried about that. I ain't got no problem with that. Again, I'm not a Trump supporter, but I don't got no problem with that. You know what I mean? I'm like a lot of y'all. I choose the couch. I choose the couch because ain't there one of them talking about doing nothing for us. Ain't there one of them talking about doing nothing for us. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I was telling the Nigerian folks when I was at the event earlier. That's what I was telling them. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, as Black Americans, we ain't really concerned with all these other issues because they bringing up all of these other topics and stuff besides Project 2025. Was a whole bunch of other non sequiturs about why this one is better than that one, and we look, but what the hell that got to do with us? If it is something that is going to affect us directly, we ain't really concerned about it. You know what I'm saying? We ain't really enthusiastic about it one way or the other. You know what I'm saying? So we are very narrow when it comes to this voting on a national level thing. On a national level, now we talking about local elections. That's a different thing. But I'm specifically talking about voting in the national election for the president of the United States. Black Americans, we like, look, ain't none of them talking about doing nothing specifically for us. So let them have at it. We ain't got no dog in the fight. We ain't got no dog in the fight. We just gonna eat our popcorn and watch the show. You know what I'm saying? Because I got people in my comments right now because I posted, after they made the announcement about Kamala being not being the nominee, but getting the endorsement from Trump, not from Trump. Now I sound like Biden out here. I'm calling everybody the wrong name and shit. I sound like goddamn Joe Biden. But when Kamala got the endorsement from Joe Biden, I posted a reminder for the family of who we dealing with when we talking about Kamala Harris. And I got people in the comment sections talking about, well, so what we supposed to do? What she say? I'm just curious. What's the alternative based on the options available? Because not voting isn't the best option, and Trump surely isn't. That's what somebody said in the comment section. Just curious. What's the alternative based on the options available? Because not voting isn't the best option, and Trump surely isn't. Now, let me play the video that she left this comment on. This is what she's responding to right here. Make sure I got it on screen. There you go.
Good morning, APAC. Good morning. What an honor. No, we must stand with Israel.
Do you support reparations for Black people?
So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit Black people. No, which is why I support the United States commitment to provide Israel with $38 billion in military assistance over the next decade. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit Black people. No, I support full funding for Israel, including for the Arrow, David Sling, and the Iron Dome missile defense systems, which save lives. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit Black people. No. And that's why I am fully committing to maintaining Israel's qualitative military edge. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit Black people. No. I stand here clear-eyed about the dangers of division in our country and in our world, understanding why a state for the Jewish people is so essential.
Do you support reparations for Black people?
No.
Running for president tells Negroes what he's going to do for them when he gets in office. And after he gets in office, he has time to do something for everybody else except the people that put him in office. He tricked the people who put him in office.
Good morning, APAC.
Right. So, I posted that on my Instagram page. And she's talking about, so I'm curious, what's the alternative based on the options available? Because not voting isn't the best option, and Trump surely isn't. So I'm like, well, if neither one of them ain't gonna do nothing for us, how's anyone better than the other one? They twins. They both the same. I don't understand. So I just asked her, like, tell me how the Democrats are better than Trump if neither one of them plan to do anything for Black Americans. Because I'm a Black American and I'm not concerned with none of these other groups and their issues. I'm only concerned with the issues of foundational Black Americans. That's it. Call me what you want to call me. But that's the only thing that I care about. Who's going to do something specific and tangible for foundational Black Americans? If nobody's going to do that, then nobody's going to get my support. It's really, really that simple. It's not, you don't have to be no political mastermind. You don't have to be, you know what I'm saying, no expert on all of these different geopolitical issues. It's really that simple. Do any of them have on their agenda a plan that's going to give tangibles to foundational Black Americans? Because whoever got that, that's who I'm going to support. If neither one of them don't got that, well, I guess I'm not supporting neither one of them. It's really that simple. It's not complicated at all. And the thing is, just like her in the comments, when I was over at my man's crib earlier, I asked them pretty much the same thing, and nobody can't tell me why the Democrats are supposed to be better. Y'all so greedy. Who's greedy? Peace Johnson? Who's so greedy? Peace Johnson? Cool Keezy said, I need that video. It's on my Instagram page. Y'all follow me on Instagram at Sincere Love to God. I'll take it and spread it like wildfire. Yes. Take it and spread it like wildfire. But I'm trying to figure out what Peace Johnson is talking about. She said, y'all so greedy. The thing I notice, when she is around Blacks, it comes out, but when she is in the White House, the truth shows. I'm not sure what you mean by that, Anthony Gonzalez. You're gonna have to articulate that a little better, or maybe it's my reading. Maybe I don't read so good. I don't know what you mean by that. I don't know what you mean by that. But yeah, I'm waiting for Peace Johnson to tell us who's greedy. Who's greedy? Because everybody else gets a piece of the pie. Everybody else gets a piece of the pie except us. We're not supposed to want no pie. We're not supposed to want none of the pie, Peace Johnson, even though we baked the damn pie. Everybody else supposed to eat, but except us. Is that how you feel? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna get to that in a second. I'm gonna make sure I go back to that because I do want to talk about that. But yeah, I don't need to read the article about Biden dropping out. Y'all got the news. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is. But and again, I'm not a Trump supporter either. Okay, I'm not out here endorsing Trump or saying anybody should vote for Trump or anything like that. That's not what I'm saying. Okay, because Trump be on some bullshit too. You know, he's out here talking about giving more impunity to the police than what they already got. The police already are able to murder Black people with impunity. He's talking about giving them more impunity. You know what I'm saying? And so now I don't rock with that at all. You know what I'm saying? Also, you know, he's buddy with a lot of anti-Black racists. He's very buddy with a lot of anti-Black racists. You know, the other day there's been a lot of technical glitches and outages and stuff going on in the just all over the place, different sectors and all of that. So there was an outage the other day. What was it? Cloud Strike or something like that. And it has something to do with Microsoft and Cloud Strike. So a lot of systems were down across the world. You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of IT outages and stuff that was happening across the world. Flights were being delayed, and you know they had to land early and different stuff like that. And you know it was all over the place. It was a cluster flop in the IT sector the other day. And that's been happening throughout the year. There was one earlier with AT&T. I think Facebook had one earlier this year. You know, there's been all type of these IT glitches taking place, and it's looking like, you know, little doomsday warnings. But after the IT outage that happened the other day, your man Elon Musk put out a tweet. You know, he's a suspected racist as well, right? And he's real buddy with Trump. But he had put out a tweet. Where is that? He was out here talking. He was out here blaming DEI. Let me see. Where is that? And hopefully I'm not glitching up because I'm opening up these tabs. Y'all let me know if my thing starts glitching up, by the way. So Elon Musk is already blaming diversity initiatives for the massive CrowdStrike global tech outage. The systems used by businesses around the world have been shut down by a botched update from CrowdStrike. And so when that happened, he started tweeting about DEI and all of this stuff. You know, that's the reason, because you're hiring all these unqualified black people, basically. You know, whenever they start talking about that, that's a code word for black people. You know what I'm saying? And so he's out here talking that shit. And he's the same guy that pledged, he's donating $45 million a month to Trump campaign between now and November. $45 million a month. Hold on, let me share this with y'all. The attackers were flooding the border all 2023, right? Right, Project Leroy. CrowdStrike. I was saying CloudStrike, right? It's CrowdStrike, right? But Trump boasts of Elon Musk's huge donation, says we have to make life good for him and other smart people. And so we see the type of anti-black mindset that Elon Musk has. And so the fact that Trump is buddying up with him and others like him, you know, that don't make us enthusiastic about supporting Trump either. Just to be clear. Just to be very clear, you know, we calling it down the middle. We're not biased toward either side. We calling it down the middle. And so now he's talking about donating $45 million a month to the Trump campaign. Donald Trump was back in the lectern in Michigan last night, telling his supporters that he loves Elon Musk. This was the first joint event with his recent vice presidential pick, J.D. Vance, and the first campaign rally since the attempted assassination at last weekend's rally in Butler, Pennsylvania. And Trump took the opportunity to tell his supporters, I love Elon Musk. He endorsed me. He's great. I read he gives me $45 million a month. I talked to him a while ago and he didn't even mention it. Other guys give you $2 and you go to take them and you got to take them to lunch. So Elon Musk is throwing all of this money at the Trump campaign for a reason, y'all. It's the reason why he's donating all that money to Trump. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just because he just loves the guy so damn much. He has an agenda. He has an agenda. Right. Trump loves that 45 million. Nicety girl, your ass in the chat. Why you ain't up here with me? Nicety girl, you supposed to be up here with me. Shit. That's all right. I got it. How long we been on here? Already? Almost an hour. Going on about an hour on here. Okay. Make sure if you haven't done so already that you hit the like button. Share this out on your social media platform. Let everybody know that we are live on Sincere Love the Godcast. After the attempted assassination, I really do think Trump is more humble. Think so? Okay. We all know who Elon Musk is. They blame everything on DEI. Trump did not have no black Secret Service agents, 2 pale females, but we know they are the beneficiary of all these programs. So I didn't send the link. I could send the link right now. Shit. I can send the link right now. Shit. Let me see. Hold on. Drop the link in the chat for you then. Drop the link in the chat for you. I thought you was going to be on the call with old girl. That's why I didn't send the link. Boom. There you go right there. There you go right there, nicety girl. But yeah, like I was saying earlier, we've been on message consistently for years now. Talking about us here in the Black grassroots media. We've been on message. We have not wavered. We have not swayed. Yeah, we are. We are. You know, we are adjustable and swift and changeable, and we have refined our messaging and our talking points and all of that. But we have not been all over the place, contradicting ourselves left and right. You know what I'm saying? We have been very much on message for quite some time. Now, some of y'all might remember this. I saw this come across my timeline from years ago. Nick Cannon was on Code. Y'all remember that? Who remembers when Nick Cannon was on Code? Let me share this with y'all. Nick Cannon, some years ago, was sounding like us. All right. Let me play this for y'all. Fair use. Fair use. This was back in 2016, y'all. This was back in 2016. Listen to Nick Cannon. Oh, hold on. Unmute that joint.
And then here in Cleveland, Ohio. So, Nick, like, what brought you down here today?
My community brought me down here today, and the lack of representation for my community brought me down here today. We're here to let people know that we will withstand our vote and withhold our dollars and everything that we feel in our community is valuable to others until our voices are heard.
Now, you're expressing disappointment not just in the Republican Party. You're holding their convention.
Now, look, that was 2016. We still saying the same thing right now. It's 2024. It was damn near a decade ago. Let me bring that back.
Musician and actor Nick Cannon here in Cleveland, Ohio. So, Nick, like, what brought you down here today?
My community brought me down here today, and the lack of representation for my community brought me down here today. We're here to let people know that we will withstand our vote and withhold our dollars and everything that we feel in our community is valuable to others until our voices are heard.
Now, you're expressing disappointment not just in the Republican Party. You're holding their convention here, but also with the Democratic Party.
100%. I mean, both parties aren't speaking to our issues, and they've been taking our votes for granted for way too long.
Now, that's something we've also witnessed on the campaign trail this year. The issue of Black Lives Matter has not been like a top-rung issue for any candidate in any party. Why do you think that is?
Because I believe that that's not going to... They believe that doesn't affect them getting elected or not. It's not a hot button topic that they feel that they can win. You know, again, because they rather just sweep it under the rug and act like it's not happening, or use it in a negative sense, when ultimately we're just crying for help. We're just saying we're losing lives by the hour and no one is respecting it.
But you'll say,
so Nick Cannon was out here talking about we don't need to be supporting either one of these parties because ain't none of them talking about doing nothing for us. And we played a video of him a couple of weeks ago. Shout out to here go Nicety Girl.
Hey,
shout out to
I'm
Nicety
back.
Girl in the building.
I was set up and ready.
You remember a couple of weeks ago, we played a video from Nick Cannon where he was talking about we need to stop talking about racism and all of that, right?
Right.
So they be all over the place. You know what I'm saying? We stay the same. Right. Our message stays the same. We have not swayed. We haven't moved not one iota. We still on it. That's what they expect from us. They expect for us, you know, because at that time, you see all the Black Lives Matter signs and all that. That probably was right after one of these extrajudicial murders took place and some cop got away with killing one of us or something like that. And so Nick Cannon was out there, you know, doing the Black Lives Matter thing. And that's what they expect us to have, that energy for a little while and then go away. But we have not gone away.
Well, our conditions haven't changed, right? They still don't have any tangible policies for us. So why should our message change? So I don't know why they always flip flopping, because they may say something good, but it's the same old BS, the same old benign neglect policies that they have for us. Don't tell those black folks what you're gonna do for them. Just listen to them, but do not offer them anything. We haven't forgotten that. Wasn't that
Exactly.
under Hillary Clinton, if I'm not
Oh, I'm
mistaken?
glad. I'm glad you just reminded me of that, because that's actually in our materials. I'm
See,
glad
look
you
at see.
reminded me of that. So while you talking, let me look that up, because yeah, we have not forgotten about that. We have not forgotten about that.
How many of y'all family texts is lit since the announcement? Because mine has been on fire all morning.
I gotta find that joint.
So who do you guys think is going to be, I guess, her running mate, right? Because she has to have a VP. So who do you guys think they're going to roll out, as her running mate? I don't see it being Hillary Clinton, as Sincere mentioned early on in the broadcast. He had to change the flyer because there was so much rumbling around about Hillary Clinton. But there's no way they're going to have two women on the ticket. I don't see that happening.
Right, but remember, Kamala's not automatically on the ticket, so they could still, they could still bring Hillary out.
Yeah. What about Michelle Obama?
They're gonna have to threaten Michelle. Michelle ain't with it. Michelle trying to live her best life.
Right.
They got, unless they got something that they could dangle over her head, like, look, we're gonna expose your ass, and if you don't get out here and carry this water.
She'll be a fool to allow them to, talk her into it. I wouldn't do it.
Right.
I think it's going to be Gavin.
And that's another bad move. That that bill that he just signed out there in California.
Yeah, but he's also one of the people that allegedly supports the California reparations, bills that we have out here in California. So they're going to use that for political clout. Although it's nothing really tangible, that $12 million that they're basically giving to California to study, because it's still another study, if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? It's really nothing tangible. I think they're going to use him. I think they would use him for political clout for black voters because of the reparations thing here in the state, to appeal to us.
Yeah, they do a lot of dumb shit. I don't think that would work, but that might be something that they try to do. That might be something that they try to do because, that's what they think of us. But I don't think that would. I don't think that would be as effective as they think it would be, unless he got the reparations task force people to come out and endorse him as well. The people who are actually on the task force, if they was to come out and get behind them, that might put a little bit more weight to it.
They Democrats too. Let's just call a spade a spade. I'm just saying what it is. I live here.
So you saying you saying they D1, they ain't B1?
They D1, they not B1 all day.
Man,
I don't care what they're saying, or I'm not gonna neglect the fact that they're pushing for reparations. I'm not. I'm saying I appreciate the work that is being put into this, but at the end of the day, they are still D1, not B1 at the end of the
day. Yo, y'all got to give y'all family a break, man. Cool Keezy said, my raccoon family been ducking me.
Mine hasn't. They've been arguing, windmilling. They've been windmilling in the family text all morning long. And it's just like, anytime that you say that you don't support a Democrat, whether it's Biden or anything, they automatically think that you're a Trump supporter. And it's not about, I don't think that it resonates or it's registering in their brain that Black people are tired of voting for nothing. Black people are tired of having to save democracy, yet we get nothing. It is quid pro quo or nothing at all. Period, point blank. Voting is an exchange for something. We are not going in and bubbling in a Democrat because Trump is racist and you guys have nothing to give us. Like our brother Cool Keezy said, go call the Asians, go call these border bandits, and tell them to do it for you then, because that's what you're trying to do anyway.
Get somebody else to do it.
Yeah.
Get somebody else to do it.
It's not fair. It's not fair to always count on us, to save America, to save, your candidacy and all these things, yet you have nothing. And then Biden saying, well, if you, pull up for me this time, I got y'all. Well, you're president now. What's stopping you now?
Right. Right.
So anybody that falls for that trick is
Speaking
crazy.
of that, hold on, because you just said something. You just hit on a Bakari sellout talking point.
Oh Lord, and these Negroes crying again. Y'all seen that?
You just hit on a Oh, I saw Van Jones crying again.
Still,
Van Jones ass always crying. God damn, Van Jones. Pull your skirt down, nigga.
Man, pull your skirt down.
But look, this Bakari sellout telling us we got to save America again.
I
know. Maybe a high note is that only when it's darkest can you see the stars, and right now it's dark as hell outside. I would tell you guys the most amazing part about this, about the United States of America, is that polls don't decide elections, and we have so much power, and Black folk have so much power, and they're asking us to save America again. And you know what we're capable of doing? Saving this motherfucker one more time.
Shit.
All right, we're getting sick of it now, Bakari. we'll come out.
I'm with you.
High
note. Saving this motherfucker one more time. You know what we're capable of doing? Saving this motherfucker one more time.
For what?
All right, we're getting sick of it now, Bakari.
Save it for what? They're not trying to save us. What are we saving it for? Why are we putting our necks out again? For what? These people doo-doo on us every chance they get and put other groups ahead of us every chance they get. Y'all Negroes get at the back of the line. Y'all ain't used to shit anyway.
Project Leroy said, nope, I got an appointment that day to save my couch.
That part. Like, it is so, I don't know, it's sick to me, that these people fix their mouth. Other Black looking people, because these are not my people. These Black looking people that fix their mouths to tell people to get out here and save America, save democracy for nothing, for ourselves. We are already at the bottom. We're dying rapidly, politically. We're dying. So how dare you tell us to do it again and for nothing?
And these shills are pathetic, man. There was a tweet. Was this today? When was this tweet? All right, let me show y'all this, as a matter of fact. And I think this is an old picture, but they always do the old barbershop trope when it's time to campaign for the Negro vote. Oh, they always do this old barbershop trope. That gets on my nerve, especially as a barber, as a foundational Black American barber. That gets on my damn nerves when they do this.
Barbershop and hot sauce.
Come to my damn barbershop with that bullshit. Please.
They are it.
Please pull up to my barbershop with them damn cameras.
Right.
Oh, I would love it. Pull up to headquarters barbershop. Okay. Headquarters barbershop. 930 New Hope Road, Lawrenceville, Georgia. Come on through. I want to talk to y'all.
They'll know your eyes wouldn't be bucking when they came in, so they'll skip you because your eyes ain't bucking.
You know what I'm saying? So it looks like Michelle Obama is trending right now too.
Yep.
Michelle Obama is trending for some reason. But look, this was a tweet from BMB Empower Network. Black men are riding with Biden Harris. This was before Biden dropped out, by the way. Leaders and allies of support for Biden Harris. We as Black men and leaders in our communities who choose democracy over fascism recognize our critical voices in the conversation about the future of our nation. Too often, society says that Black men don't show up or we're not engaged. It couldn't be further from the truth. From Vote to Live to Cairo's Democracy Project to Democracy in Action, we are speaking the truth to our neighbors. Black men are riding with Biden. Bullshit.
Shit. And they know it. That's why he dropped out. Hey, did you see what's y'all friend named Joyless Reed? The video of her, I think it's in the chat too, where she's kind of blaming Black men or calling Black men like the white men of something. It was some phrase that
I
she
didn't know
used,
what
but
she was saying, to be honest.
yeah, she's
I saw
crazy
that.
too.
I didn't know what she was saying, to be honest. Where is that? I couldn't decipher the babble.
Yeah, because it's just babble. But again, it's black men fault. Basically, is what she's saying. It's black men fault because y'all too busy trying to be white folk. That's what she's saying. Y'all too busy being MAGA.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, she
yeah.
somehow was saying, she said black men are white man adjacent.
Except
How the hell
there you
are
go.
we adjacent to white men? Black men,
Right.
white men adjacent?
Yeah.
The hell kind of shit is that to say?
Yeah. While she got on the blonde toupee. She's sitting up there with a
Yeah,
blonde
Joy Reid.
toupee.
I ain't know what Joy was talking about. I ain't know what that lady was talking about. I can't find it, but that's what she said in a nutshell.
In a
Black men
nutshell.
are they want to be the new
Let
white
me
men.
get
Remember,
my
somebody was saying that on the Breakfast Club a couple years ago. Black men are the white supremacists of black society. That was that talking point remixed. That's what that was. That was the new version of that.
Yeah, they going on. And my thing is, his own party pushed him out, technically. So what does that have to do with black men?
Ain't got nothing to do with us, but we always on the brain.
Right.
We always on the goddamn brain. And by the way, we do have to give y'all the news, right? We talk about current events and stuff on here. And so in case you didn't know, Rep. Sheila Jackson Lee lost her battle with cancer recently. And so, my mama probably in the chat, and she always told me if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. So next topic.
I'm getting my iPad, by the way, because I
You
can't see
good.
what you're seeing. I want to get up and get my iPad so I can be
You good.
on everything with you, just in case you need my 4 eyes with one of these topics.
No, you good. By the way, shout DJ Red Alert. Cool DJ Red Alert was recently honored with a statue in Harlem. It's a pretty dope looking statue, by the way, too.
And got him looking crazy.
Nah, it looks fly. It's a fly statue they gave him. Shout out to Cool DJ Red Alert, and he's in the microphone check film, speaking truth to power as well. You know what I mean? One of our good non-FBA brothers out here, not trying to tether on to the culture, but paying respect to where it comes from. So he was honored, rightfully so. He's a legend. Fair use, by the way, fair use.
Okay, you touched on that. You touched on that. You already touched on that.
And that's a dope ass statue right there, man.
Oh,
that's a dope ass statue, and it got something on it where, I guess every couple of hours it plays one of Red Alert's mixes or whatever. I don't think it's a permanent display. I don't think it's going to be there permanently on display, but it's pretty fly. I thought that was pretty fly.
Dope.
Yeah, thank you for the copyright disclaimer. Some chick named Stars in the building. Everybody say
Hey,
peace
cousin.
to Star.
So, what did you think? Because we just kind of spoke about barbershops. What did you think about Dr. Umar and how he went off on black barbers and beauty professionals? He claims for not working together.
Let me play that. Let me play that real quick. I think he made a good point. Let me see if I remember correctly.
That's right above Sheila Jackson Lee.
We got it right here.
You know it's not playing, right?
It's not?
No, we just been sitting here. No, it
It's
hasn't
not
played.
playing?
I haven't heard
Oh, you know
anything.
what? Hold on. Let me refresh that page because I think it lost the audio. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. I got to share it back with y'all. Y'all can still see it on the screen though,
We
right?
can see it, yeah.
Okay, let me see. Is the audio back? Can you hear that?
No,
Can you hear that?
no.
So that means I got to refresh my page then. All right. So yeah, I lost audio. Hold on. Let me stop sharing and then reshare. See if that works. Let me stop sharing and then reshare and see if it works that way. If not, I'm gonna have to refresh my page. But I want to play that for y'all. Okay. Pause. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Y'all let me know if the audio is back. Let me see. Here we go.
The Koreans took it.
Thumbs up.
Because it was doing.
Huh?
Thumbs up. It's playing.
Okay, good.
Hair was too busy. What? Competing for customer. The brothers with the barbershops were too busy.
So in the beginning, he said, y'all know why the Asians were able to take over the barber and beauty industry? And he's explaining why. He's saying because they came and seen that black people weren't sticking together. So check it out.
What? Competing for who got the best shape up instead of consolidating. And so the Koreans came to them and said, oh, all this money, none of them working together. Guess what we're going to do? We're going to take over all the supplies. And now it's a what? Multi-billion-dollar business because black folks don't want to work together.
For sure.
If you don't work together, you always give an opportunity for the enemy to. How did the Asians take over the black hair care industry?
So yes and no.
Right.
I'm gonna say yes and no. Only reason I'm saying yes is because true. Racism is a team sport.
Mm-hmm.
Either you work together as a team or you lose by default.
Yep.
That's Dr. Claude Anderson wisdom right there.
Mm-hmm.
Racism is a team sport. Either you play together as a team or you lose by default. So in that aspect, it's true what he's saying, but you cannot leave out the fact of sabotage. It's not just because black people refuse to work together and play as a team. Black people have been sabotaged over and over again.
Right.
By Asians specifically when it comes to that industry.
Right.
They get on code against us and sabotage our efforts.
Right.
If a black person opens up a beauty supply store in a black neighborhood, black people will not have no problem supporting that black person. If they have those supplies that people are looking for the right prices and all of that, they will have no problem supporting that black business. We're not just automatically going to still go to the Asians. And the Asians know that because if that wasn't the case, they wouldn't try to sabotage it. They wouldn't try to sabotage it if they like, I ain't worried about that. Ain't nobody going to support them. They're going to keep coming to us anyway. But they go out of their way to sabotage it because they control the supply chains. A lot of the products are brought in overseas. It's their ships. It's coming from their countries a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? And so they're letting the manufacturers know if you do business with them, we're not going to do business with y'all. And they already have chains of beauty supply stores set up. They already have chains that have been set up for years all over different cities and counties and all across the country. They have chains of stores that have been doing business with these manufacturers. And so that's a big loss to take to deal with this one supplier who's trying to get off the ground.
Right.
So you can't leave that out, Umar. Everything is not, we're not our own worst enemy all the damn time.
You start to sound just like them other raccoons. We's our own worst enemy.
Like Rotron said, I know Umar Johnson ain't trying to talk about anybody else being unprofessional when we out here 15 plus years still waiting for his Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey school.
I'm just saying we've seen other people do it. Other people have, done created institutions already, schools, etc. What you waiting on with all the money and donations you've gotten? And ain't built shit. He ain't built nothing. He's still saying the same thing he's been saying since he came out.
Facts. Now, look, I want y'all to know, if you appreciate and value the content that we put out there, you can support us via Zelle, godcastenterprises@gmail.com. That's our Zelle. We don't have Cash App anymore. They kicked us off of Cash App for some reason. But if y'all want to support us via Zelle or the Super Chat, we definitely appreciate the support. We do this every Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 3 p.m. Pacific Time. Godcast, Sincere Love the Godcast, where we cover current events and talk about issues that are important to what's going on in Black society. And on Wednesdays, we have our weekly series called the Black Business Showcase, where we bring on business owners and entrepreneurs and chop it up with them about good business. And so if you are a business owner or entrepreneur, you'd like to be featured on our channel, please hit us up in the DMs, Sincere Love the God, on all social media platforms, Nicety Girl with the number 1 on Instagram, without the number 1 on X, formerly known as Twitter, or you could just send us an email, godcastenterprises@gmail.com. Let us know what you got going on so we can get you on the schedule for the Black Business Showcase. Now, I want to go back to hip hop. Was you about to bring something up?
No.
Okay, where we at? I want to go back to hip hop because I posted something earlier with where's that? Oh, it's on my page. I posted something earlier with what's his name? Shit, from UTFO.
Oh, yeah. What's his name?
Kango Kid.
Kango Kid, Lord.
Yeah. I posted something with Kango Kid from UTFO when he did an interview a while back. I think this was because rest in peace, Kango Kid, he passed away a few years ago.
I didn't know that.
But this was an interview that he did a while back, talking about how he didn't let people know that he was Haitian because it wasn't a good look, with him trying to be down with hip hop and all of that, and growing up in Brooklyn. It really wasn't a good look for him to let people know that he was Haitian, especially as a rapper. People would use that as a weapon against him. So he kind of hid being Haitian back in the days. And so I posted this because, we still continuing the conversation about hip hop being a foundation of Black American culture and all of that. And so I felt like this was relevant to the topic. But let's listen to what he was saying here. I wanted to unpack some of this.
Haitian in hip hop. That's something we never got to chop it up about.
Oh man.
Way
Haitian.
before Clef. Well, Clef. Yeah, Clef's Haitian. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. If I'm correct, Clef was born in Haiti.
Right.
If I'm correct. I was born in Brooklyn, New York. But of course, in hip hop, I came out before him. And as I said earlier, hip hop is a sport. It's the only form of music that's recognized as a sport. And when you get in that ring, you don't want your opponent to know your weakness. Because if you share your weakness with your opponent, you are getting dropped. All right.
So first of all, I just want to point out, when you say something like that, it's kind of similar to what Busta Rhymes was saying, how he hid being Jamaican and all of that.
Right.
When you say something like that, that's an admission, and not saying that Kango Kid was saying otherwise out here, but I'm just saying that is an admission that hip hop is an FBA culture. When you have to shed your own culture to be considered to be down, that shows that you are participating in somebody else's culture, not your own. Because if it's your culture, now this is really speaking specifically to the Jamaicans, because the Jamaicans are really the only Caribbean to try to claim creation of hip hop because of Kool Herc. You know what I'm saying? And even Kool Herc talked about how he had to learn how to dress and get his swag up and all of that. You know what I'm saying? In order to be down. You know what I'm saying? He had to stop dressing, looking crazy like a Jamaican and all that. He said that.
Right.
So when you say something like that, you are admitting that you are participating in someone else's culture. So I just wanted to point that out. I don't know, some people don't get it. Some people still trying to argue against that. You know what I mean? They're trying to hang their hat on Kool Herc. Okay, Kool Herc was Jamaican, but he wasn't practicing Jamaican culture.
At
He
all.
shared that Jamaican culture and picked up the FBA swag and all of that. That's what happened. And that's the same thing that that Kango Kid is talking about here.
Right? So unfortunately, in the early 80s, being a Haitian was a weakness in terms of Black America. Because to white people, you Black. Okay, if you're Jamaican, Trinidadian, y'all just all Black. But to Blacks, Haitians came across as the lowest on the totem pole.
Now that I would say that is a bit of a misnomer. And the reason why that's a misnomer is because we never really delineated until now. And so I can't speak to his personal experience, and he's not here, you know what I'm saying, to speak to it either. But I could talk about my own experience growing up in New York around a lot of Caribbeans. Other Caribbean people look at Haitians as being the lowest on the totem pole. Black Americans, we don't do that. Black Americans, first of all, we look at everybody as being Black. Number one. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, if you come from another country or whatever the case may be, and you dress a little funny and you don't really got the swag or whatever, we're going to roast you for that. The same way we would roast another FBA person who didn't have no swag, no different. You know what I'm saying? But we look at all of y'all as being Black. We always have. We never looked at Haitians specifically as being the lowest on the totem pole. But Haitians have always been looked at that way by other Caribbeans. Other people in the Caribbean that come from the Caribbean look down on Haitians with a particular disdain. To this day, even I wouldn't even confine that to just the 80s. To this day, even where I live at now, out here in Gwinnett County in Georgia, it's a large Black immigrant population out here. It's a lot of Africans out here, East Africans, West Africans. They out here heavy. It's a lot of Caribbeans out here. People from all over the Caribbean out here, Jamaicans, Trinidadians, Haitians, all over. They from all over. A lot of Hispanics. It's a lot of Black non-FBAs that live out here where I'm at now. And me, like I said, growing up in New York, I'm accustomed to being around a lot of Caribbean people. And so I kind of know their culture, and I can tell the difference between a Haitian accent, a Trinidadian accent, and a Jamaican accent. I can tell the difference. But most people that are from the South, they haven't been around them that long like that, and they can't really tell the difference. And so if a person mistakes a Jamaican or a Trinidadian for a Haitian person, they get offended to this day. They get very beside themselves if you fuck around and just ask a Jamaican person, "Oh, you Haitian?" You hear their accent and be like, "Oh, you Haitian?" They are offended by that to this day.
Offended or ashamed?
No, I'm saying the people who are not Haitian.
Okay, yeah.
I'm saying if you mistake a Jamaican person or somebody from Barbados or any other island, if you mistake their accent for being Haitian, they get offended by that. They don't just say, "Oh, no, I'm from Jamaica." "Oh, no, I'm not Haitian. I'm from Trinidad." You know what I'm saying? They like, "What? Haitian?"
Oh, hell no.
Right. Exactly. To this day. And so that's what the Kango Kid is talking about when he was growing up in Brooklyn. Because remember, Brooklyn, even back then, has a large immigrant population. You know what I'm saying? So the Black people who was making him feel ashamed of being Haitian were other Caribbean people for the most part. Black Americans, we didn't really have that as part of our culture like that. So I disagree with that. You know, I think he was saying Black people, not referring specifically to Black Americans. He's talking about Black people in America that he grew up with around Brooklyn. But the majority of those were other Caribbeans that made him feel a way about his Haitian background.
That's how it is here in LA with the Mexicans. You know, if you mistake them for, or if you mistake an El Salvadorian or an Ecuadorian for Mexican, they get totally offended. Like they go crazy. All of them do. Same thing.
Same thing over here on the East Coast too. In the Latin community, the Mexicans are looked at as the lowest on the totem pole. And all the other Latino groups, they have a
Hierarchy.
superiority complex when it comes to Mexicans. They look down on Mexicans.
Wow.
They don't want to be mistaken for a Mexican. Because like my man Tone, he from Mississippi. You know what I'm saying? All Spanish people are Mexicans. You know what I'm saying? He don't differentiate. He calls all of them Mexicans. And if they're not Mexican, like you said, they get offended by that.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it's the same thing in the Caribbean community. They all look down on the Haitians for some reason. And he talks about the language barrier. I think it's something different than that, but let him explain.
When you think of, and this is my opinion when I say this, what I'm getting ready to say, when you think of the West Indies, the black islands in the West Indies, Jamaica, Trinidad, you could name a few, Barbados, all of these islands I just named can all communicate with each other because they speak English. They have a different dialect, different accent, but they all speak English. Haiti is the only one out there in terms of the black ones that cannot communicate with any of those other islands. And so it's the lowest on the totem pole for that.
So I disagree with that as well. That was his opinion, and he prefaced it by saying that's his opinion. He thinks the reason why Haitians were treated particularly different is because most of the other islands, they all speak English, whereas the Haitians, they speak French Creole. But number one, there are other Caribbean islands who are French speaking. You know what I'm saying? You got places like Martinique and French Guyana, and I think Dominica, not Dominican Republic, but Dominica. I think they speak French over there too. They speak like a form of French Creole. There's different islands that speak French also, and they don't have the same stigma as the Haitians do. So that's one reason why I disagree. And also, there are other Caribbean people who are Spanish speaking, like the Dominicans and the Cubans and other Spanish speaking Caribbean islands, and they don't have the same stigma as Haiti. So I don't think it's a language thing of why Haiti gets targeted for particular mistreatment or discrimination or whatever. I think it has more to do with like the negative propaganda that's associated with voodoo.
With them. Mm-hmm.
I think it has a lot more so to do with that. Even though a lot of these other islands, they have their own forms of voodoo too. You know what I'm saying? Jamaica, they have Obia, and a lot of the Spanish-speaking countries, they do like Santeria and all of that stuff too. But there's a lot of negative propaganda that's associated with voodoo in particular. You know what I'm saying? All of the zombie movies and all of that stuff. It's always about like some Haitian voodoo. You know what I'm saying? So ever since
1804, you think? Is that because they use that to get themselves out of bondage? I mean, instead of hating on this shit, learn shit.
Exactly. But that's where the propaganda stems from. Because of 1804. And so the white supremacists have had a vendetta against Haiti. You know what I'm saying? And so they have, been putting out a lot of negative propaganda with their powerful media for decades. And so a lot of the other island people, they bought into that. You know what I'm saying? They look at Haiti through the eyes of the white supremacists. That's what the real issue is. But again, us foundational Black Americans, for the most part, we generally just look at other Black people and see ourselves, regardless to the accent or the language or any of that. We generally look at other Black people and understand that it's us against the white supremacists. You're right. There's nothing wrong with voodoo.
Kamala just made a statement, by the way. I guess she's clapping back at Trump. She says, I prosecuted sex predators. Trump is one. I shut down for-profit scams colleges. He ran one. I held big banks accountable. He's owned by them. I'm not just prepared to take on Trump. I'm prepared to beat him. My thing is the first statement when she says I prosecuted sex predators, Remember, she was talking about how she believed Biden's accusers. Y'all remember that? When she was on the campaign
Exactly.
trail. And once he made her his VP
Exactly.
pick, all of a sudden they swept that under the rug. They never questioned her about it again. You know what I'm saying? She becomes the VP, and now she's, possibly going to be the nominee for president. But what about that, Kamala?
See, we don't forget over here in the black grassroots.
Mm-mm.
We don't forget.
Mm-mm.
Harris,
Nope.
I believe the Biden accusers. Don't forget,
Right.
Biden was accused of sexual improprieties, and Kamala Harris said she believed the accusers.
Yeah. Right.
This was 2019.
Yeah. Not too long ago. That was
This was
yesterday.
2019 right here.
That was yesterday. Yeah. So it's like, ma'am, be quiet. She probably should have let that statement out, and she would have probably been okay. But she should have added. She shouldn't have added that. That's a no go.
Y'all got to go back to the drawing board with y'all Democratic think tanks. Y'all gonna have to go back to the drawing board, man, because y'all got an uphill battle. Because Trump's base is they are enthusiastic right now. They are energized right now.
Very energized. They're putting their money where their mouth is as well. You know what I'm saying? We understand money talk, bullshit walk. So they better. And I don't know if there's too many donors that's going to back Kamala either. She has a few, but not, what Trump has.
Yeah, she's gonna have too many enemies, even within her own party.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of them white women in the Democratic Party, they ain't gonna support her.
Mm-mm.
Right now, Hillary Clinton is somewhere right now, mad as hell.
How dare y'all let this darky in before me?
Right. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Was I done here? Hold on a second.
And many other reasons has been recognized as the lowest. And so here I am in Brooklyn, New York, and everyone's hip. Haitians are looked at as non-hip from their attire, from their accent, from whatever it is. And I had a lot of episodes that took place as a young child that.
So yeah, that was pretty much it as far as what I wanted to unpack. What he was saying.
Did you play the video from back in the days when it was cool to be friends with Trump, when he was supporting Jesse Jackson and all that stuff? Because I'm just trying to figure out when the switch was made, because there were so many rappers, other politicians and things like that were big fans of Trump up until he ran for president. And well, I think I kind of know. I think it started when he started to question where Obama was born. I guess that's where it started, but people was like supporting him heavy.
Yeah. Because that was pretty much his entry into politics, but him with the whole birther thing.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you're probably right about that. But me and Bully, shout out to the business bully. Me and him was talking about that too, and I kind of disagreed with him with that talking point where people say, yeah, everybody was cool with Donald Trump until he decided to run for president, and all the rappers loved him and this, that, and the third. And my thing is this. Yeah, a lot of rappers would put his name in their songs and all of that, but that's because Trump was just a symbol of success. Mm-hmm. He was a symbol of wealth and extravagance, and hip hop is very aspirational. You know what I'm saying? Hip hop is very braggadocious about what I got and how much money I got. So they were bigging up the symbol of Trump, not the man Donald Trump. You know what I'm saying? People ain't know too much about Donald Trump like that as far as what his political views were or anything like that. It was just the symbol of this rich man that rappers wanted to be like. It wasn't really no support.
Yeah, but when Jesse Jackson was running for office and stuff, not only did he donate and let him use his offices and stuff like that. Again, this is someone who was heavily liked you know what I'm saying, by the Democratic Party for a long time, by a lot of them. Him and Clinton were best buds. They
Right.
were golf buddies. It's like, so, you know, why now is he such
Right.
this racist thing?
Right now.
Was he not that when y'all were at the golf course? Because my thing is, that's when people really bring it out. You know, now I don't have any cameras or anything on me. I can say everything I feel around another suspected white supremacist.
Yeah, that I agree with. That I agree with. These Democrats, they very hypocritical when it comes to that. And I will give Trump, you know, some props for certain things that he did do back then. Like, for example, this video right here, and this is what you was talking about with him and Jesse Jackson. He was talking about how he was the project that he was working on, the construction project that he was working on. He had a high percentage of Black construction workers working on the project with him and making sure Black people had jobs and were employed through his projects and all that. And at this time, he wasn't looking for no votes or nothing like that. He wasn't doing this to pander to Black people for any reason at all. So, you know, I mean, I can give him some props for this right here.
He's a terrific guy. We love him, and I'm here for him. And the snow came, and I said, nobody's going to show up. And look at this place, it's packed. Well, I just say a few words. I mean, Wall Street and New York City and this whole region is doing unbelievably well. I'm building a job on the West Side, which is the largest job ever approved by the New York City Planning Commission. You see it going up along the West Side Highway. It's almost 10 million square feet. It's 18 buildings, and it's really going to be something. I will tell you, a large percentage of the people, and especially in construction, that are building these great jobs are Black and minorities, and I'm very proud of it. We have close to 25%, and I think the number's going up, and they do a great job. There are no better builders than we have in New York, and a big percentage of that is Black and minority folks. So I just want to thank everybody in the room for being here. I look forward to some questions, and then I don't know how we're ever going to leave this building today, because if you look outside, it is terrible, but we'll figure a way. There's always a way, and thank you, Jesse, and congratulations.
I'm glad he didn't say Black.
You do have a great point, because
I'm glad he didn't say Black with minority. He separated us, if you noticed that. He didn't lump us in with minority.
Yeah,
he said Black, and I appreciated that part.
No doubt. But yeah, even Jesse Jackson, you know, himself wouldn't, you know, speak good of Trump nowadays.
Right.
Or give Trump any type of endorsement nowadays. So yeah, it's definitely, you know, a smear campaign, and you know, them trying to manipulate the Black community and fearmonger the Black community and weaponize Trump against us. But like I was saying earlier, man, we ain't tripping on no damn Donald Trump. We is not tripping on no Donald Trump. But I don't know. I covered a lot before you got on here, man. I think that's about it.
Good job. Good job. You held it down.
I did want to ask y'all about Tyler Perry, though. Did y'all see the Tyler Perry movie?
I did.
That's out now.
I did.
Black, you saw it?
I saw it.
Okay, I haven't seen it. What you thought about the movie? Because they giving him the blues out here. What's so bad about the movie?
I mean, the acting and stuff like that is good, because, you know, Megan is a great actress. I feel like Corey Hardwick, he doesn't get his just due. Who? I think she's okay, but Corey is a great actor. I've never felt like he's gotten his just due as an actor. He's top tier to me, performance-wise. Now, as far as the movie is concerned, it's the same old typical, you know, Tyler Perry BS, you know what I'm saying, and making Black men look like shit, period.
Yeah, he's known for that. He's good for that.
And
I seen a lot of the stills. I seen a lot of the still shots from the movie, and the wigs and the makeup is horrible. Like, what the hell, Tyler Perry?
Budget
wise, you got to do better.
Megan's wig was cool. The other female that was in the movie, I guess she played her best friend. Her wig was cool because they were playing like these professional bankers or something like that. Their wigs were cool. I think the rusty looking one is going to be the woman who played Corey's mom. She was like ghetto, crazy, kind of gave a Monique lookalike.
Well, it wasn't
Kind
even.
of, sort of.
I don't know why my thing is now starting to act up. I've been doing good.
Right. Yeah,
I've been
but
doing
I
good.
think the church scene, there was some raggedy wigs in the church scene, the funeral scene. But the wigs were good, the outfits were good. But it's the same old stuff. Like Tyler isn't digging in his bag to give us anything else. You know what I'm saying? He's just at this point, he's grifting. You know what I'm saying? In a way, he just throws something together. He throws something together and puts it out because he knows that we're gonna support it.
So now, the wig shit that I was talking about, it wasn't even the females that I saw. It was some of the dudes that had on some crazy looking wigs from the movie. What's the name? Carlton Banks. Is he in the movie?
I don't remember him being in the movie. No, he's not in the movie.
I thought it was him that I seen a picture of. There was like a screenshot. It looked like Carlton Banks to me, but you could see the line from the wig all across his forehead, and the makeup wasn't matching. It was horrible.
Like
I don't know if
he's
that was from
grifting at
that
this
movie,
point.
but it had to do with Tyler Perry, whoever posted it. But I was asking, my question was, are black people being hard on Tyler Perry now? Because are we holding him to a different standard than anybody else? Is it because he black, he got to be better than anybody else, or is it really that bad? Because I haven't seen the movie to judge for myself.
I wouldn't say that. I would just say give us something different, though. He's just throwing stuff together, and the stories none of the stories so far have made black men specifically look great. And honestly, in the movie, the Corey Hardwick's mother was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. It's the way he turned out the way that he did because of his mom. So it's a negative image of a black mother. The storyline against this black mother is horrible, right? And then she raised her son to be this abusive, all her sons, because it just isn't Corey. I think it was him and three brothers. But they were all thugs, abusive to women, terrorizing the city. Like, it was just nothing positive about none of the brothers at all. Like, all four of them were all thugs, criminals, and crazy. It's like,
so all of this negative feedback right here, all of this negative feedback is warranted then, in your opinion?
At what point
it's warranted
do we say enough is enough, Tyler Perry?
It's warranted.
At what point do we say we will not watch these films anymore until you hire some?
What the fuck is this? Like, really, Tyler Perry? How do you have a $1 billion production company, a whole fucking studio lot, and this is the type of shit that you are making?
I'm tired of the same stereotypes. I'm tired of the gospel interludes. I'm tired.
Such a shame to see this man who is so capable of doing so great, just not doing it.
For all of us who love you, who are pulling for you, who want you to have success, okay? You have to have a writer's room, because I can't give you another 2 hours. I simply cannot give you another 2 hours.
Damn. Is it that
again,
bad?
the acting is not horrible.
It's Tyler Perry
storyline.
But is Tyler doing all the writing and stuff?
He says
is he
he
the
does.
writer, the director, and everything
He
else?
says he does. He said a lot of his stuff. He
So
writes on
that's
his
so
own.
that's what it is.
He
then.
claims all of that. Now, I will say,
Okay.
Corey
Well,
did a radio show, and they asked him if Tyler, allows people or you to switch things up or add stuff in, because he was saying something about when he was at the reading table, for the movie. When he read it, he's like, okay, so this is the character that he wants, so that's what he gave him at the reading table. So he instantly, he didn't even pre-warn Megan Good. He was like, yeah, bitch, you know, blah, blah, blah. And Tyler was like, you know, like, whoa, I know what you're doing, you know, kind of pull it back, you know, a little bit. But he said he did give him a little free reign on maybe changing things up a little bit while they were filming, because he felt like certain things would have made more sense in the movie. Not a lot of things, but he gave him that, you know, out to do that. And also a lot of the Black actors are supporting him because he's paying them more than they've ever been paid before. So in that regard, I do respect Tyler, because he's paying these actors who were probably getting pennies before. He's paying them more than they've ever gotten. But you do need to switch it up, Tyler. Like, we're getting the same Negro hymns, you know what I'm saying? The same actors, more or less, and the same stories. And the stories are never really positive at all.
Okay.
And when it said Black divorce,
that's good coverage. That's good coverage right there.
The movie is called Divorce in Black. I wasn't expecting this. Divorce in Black. I don't know what I thought. I wasn't expecting what I got. The title for me didn't match the storyline, if it makes sense, because I don't feel like all divorces have to end violent or because of abuse. And you know what I'm saying? Like, it was weird that Divorce in Black had to be that.
Okay. I mean, you know, it got to be some drama in the movie. You know what I'm saying? You're making a movie, you got to be, you know. But whatever, that was good coverage. You know what I'm saying? You know, he is paying Black folks. He is giving Black folks opportunities and creating jobs and work and all of that. And, you know, doing his best to pay people fairly. So we can give him props for that. But at the same time, we can criticize some of the production quality. Right? That's
right.
fair.
And ask for more positive stuff, you know, as it pertains to Black marriages. It was kind of like that matrimony one that he did, you know, where Tahaji was crazy. You know, it's like the opposite of her. It was the male version of her, basically. It was the same movie, just the male version.
Got it. Okay. Well, I don't know. For some reason my stream wants to act up now, but so we're gonna get up out of here. I appreciate y'all rocking with us as always. This has been another episode of Sincere Love the Godcast. I do believe we have a Black Business Showcase episode coming up this week, right?
If you have a call tomorrow.
I have a call tomorrow.
That. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I do. You're right.
You do. Yeah,
You're right.
You have a call tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah. So well, I don't know if it's going to be Wednesday then, because he said he might need another day. So we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out with whatever day and time. It might be a different day and time this week. So y'all got to make sure that you are subscribed to us on YouTube and click the notification bell so you can be reminded, because sometimes we go live at different times. And so in order to get your notification, you definitely want to subscribe and hit that bell. Godcast Enterprises on YouTube, as well as Sincere Love the God on YouTube. And so, yeah, you guys stay tuned for that. But that's it, man. That does it for today, man. Always remember, family, we are not the master teachers. We are only the master students and signal boosters for the voices of the new Black media. We out of here. Peace and Black love.
Yeah, like that. Let's see what's in the God's mind. Listen.